everyone. I'm Caroline Rita from the Ride of My Life podcast, Poem Talks, and I'm on my inner peace pilgrimage and really having a very peaceful, for lack of better words, and interesting time. So today I decided to get on and continue with this process of the poems I wrote last year in 2021 when I was going through like one of the deepest parts of my healing journey. This probably even where I'm at right now is even deeper. But back then, I was trying to break free from a relationship into knowing who I really am. And it was a really challenging time, but it was getting better. And the last poem talks I posted showed that this was a time where I was kind of starting to recognize things outside of myself and understand myself better. And this particular poem will actually talk about that. And it's really cool because I'm seeing the progress as I go, and it's neat because I know where I was when I started. I know where it got to. I know how things started to shift, and even people around me back then started to recognize that the shifts were happening, and in some cases I actually did too. So this was one of them, and I think this is a really cool poem. I didn't even read through it, so I think we're reading it for the first time again in a year together, less than a year. But anyway, so this poem is called Strength is My Jam. And I'm just learning how strong I am and understanding that. And it's just, okay, so anyway, here's the poem. It is, when an aha moment comes to me to help me out to finally see the ways in which I've been running my life from that scared little girl who from light was so bright. She dimmed her light because she knew not what to do. She wanted everyone to love her, yet she hid like a shrew. She buried herself away from the pain. As she grew up, she knew she had to maintain a certain way of being that she began to show the world. Someone she was not, that she began to curl. Deep inside, she got really confused about who she really was, because in some ways she knew. The challenge was that if she was being herself, people would leave her and reject her, so she became someone else, to the point where she lost her ability to soar with the hawks as she could watch life and adore the beauty of who she really is. She thought no one would be there or be protected, so she decided one day to become the princess, and to follow this path, she learned to be helpless. It was done by the ego to help her survive. She forgot who she was and began to deprive herself as how she really was, a powerful girl, strong and courageous. How dare you, they'd say, you can't do that. To be powerful means that you will combat those who are telling you who you should be, instead of relying on your truth to be free. Lifetimes it took to recognize this pattern, and now things are surfacing with the return of Saturn. Time to cross over the major threshold, where past ego patterns are destroyed, they got old. Coming into the next stage in life, loosening that stronghold on strife. Strength and courage returning, I am now discerning. This new way of being is powerful too. We're just being in moment, with my heart so true. Sitting with me, I know now who I am. No longer the princess, now strength is my jam. Woo! I like that. Anyway, okay, that was fun. So, yeah, so it was just like this recognition of where I was and how I hid and how I was small and victimized, felt victimized, led a victim-y life, and that's not who I am, and that's not who I choose to be anymore. And every day it gets better, and the more I move into this, the finding my inner peace and connecting with other people, it just shows up more and more, and it's so cool. That's just my experiment, my journey, my observations, and how I am not telling anybody how to change or shift or do or what anymore. I used to do that because I was so passionate about helping people. And now, if you can just see what it looks like, I think that's what it feels like to me. So if you can see what it looks like and where I'm going with this, then maybe, just maybe, there's always a possibility, but maybe, just maybe, you get to take that step to and get to that place where you feel alive again, even with everything going on. And yeah, so I like that. Strength is my jam. Anyway, all right. Well, thank you again for being here on the Ride of My Life podcast, my Inner Peace Pilgrimage. And hope you continue to follow, because no one knows what's coming next, not even me. So, all right, just having fun with it. And I guess that's about it. Take care. Have a beautiful, beautiful moment wherever you're at. And